Hello, this is Cody from Keeping Score Games, and today we're looking at Bloomchasers by a very special game company. This was provided to us for the purposes of review. Elizabeth is still out for work, so I'm taking care of this one. Hopefully, she'll either in the comments or later make a video to kind of support what she thought of it a little more. I know what her score is, and I'll tell you what she thought, the basics. That being said, let's get started. So, first thing you're going to notice about this game is this tree. It's really cool. So at the start of the game, every player, and this does include the Birds and the Bees expansion, which was included in the box, everyone up to 6 players can play. At the beginning of the game, everybody's going to draw a branch from this bag, and you're going to put it somewhere in the tree. Now, for the first round, that doesn't make a lot of difference, but as you can see, I've kind of set it up like we're in the middle of a game here, and I'll explain what these different things are. I won't go into super depth about it, but you'll kind of get the overall idea. So anytime after the first turn, there's going to be 2 cards out with different seasons. This one is sun. For the sun, you'll place a bud on a branch you place this turn. So on your turn, you'll take a branch out of the blind bag, and you're going to place it somewhere on this tree. For ease of doing it, I'm going to place it right here. Nah, that's not a great play. There's not bad, though. I can place it there. So, then you'll repeat for each sunflower you've grown. So, these are sunflowers. These right here, this one that goes multiple depths, the trick with this one is you have to have a bloom circle here, and one on the one below it. These are called windflowers, and then the rainflowers are these straight lines of 3, which there's one buried in this tree right here. Straight line of 3. Which I'm going to now attempt to put back without destroying the whole board. That is the only thing that you'll hear a lot of people talking about with the game, is it is a little finicky to touch, but once you're used to it, it's not too bad. But you can definitely accidentally knock things off, which is the only drawback of this unique approach to a game. And it is a pretty novel approach. I certainly have never played anything quite like it. So now that you've got your cards out, you're going to choose which one you want to do. And the neat thing is, the first time you use these cards, you can just do the action once. But once you've started planting flowers, it's kind of like, what's that called? An engine builder. So you'll play flowers to try to get it to come up with more cards to play even more flower rings. So now that you've placed your tree branch, you'll take a ring, one of these little things here, and you'll play it on that new branch. I'm going to play it there. Then, you've done that. That goes to the discard. The next player will come up. They'll place a branch. They'll draw a card, and then they'll get to choose from the 3 cards that are out. And so on and so forth. And you're going to do that until all the branches in the bag have been placed. So the tree's going to get relatively large. There's also going to be, I believe, 2 bloom cards, which allow you to grow flowers when those are drawn. Beehive card, which allows you to put a beehive branch. And then a bird version of each of the 3 cards. And instead of allowing you to place blooms and then flowers, once you get a bloom card, it will let you place a bird in a place you control with the little ring. And birds are worth 2 extra points. That is the strategy, though. So in order to grow flowers, you have to have those little colored rings in the right spots. For the sunflower, you have to have 3 in a triangle pattern. I'm sorry, for the sunflower. For the windflower, you have to have 2, and then it has to be on the 2nd or higher level, and then you have to have 1 ring below it so that you can actually do the short one and the long one and get your points. And then for the for the rainflower, of course, you have to have 3 straight in a row. Except there's another little wrinkle there. So, for instance, if you look at this sunflower over here, this white one that I've got, it is attached using 2 white rings and an opponent's purple ring. So you're allowed to steal somebody else's ring. You can't use more than 1 per flower, but you can steal somebody else's ring, which gets very cutthroat later in the game if you're competitive, like my fiance. However, that is a cool strategy to have going on. Also, if you grow, you can grow branches in people's rings. So I can be like, oh, there's a pink ring over here and I'm the yellow player. I'd like to just make sure they can't use that ring. You know, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of, it doesn't look like there would be a lot of strategy to it or sound like there would be a ton of strategy to it, but there is. It's got an incredible family weight, you know, complexity to it. It's so easy to learn, so easy to teach, but there's enough depth that I will come back and play it over and over again. I love the components. The cards, you know, like most cards, these are linen finish. They're really nice. They're nice, thick quality too, so you're not going to worry about that. You can get copies where the micro expansions come in the box, and it's designed to put this expansion box in the larger box, which I really love for organizational purpose. Everything is made of, you know, sturdy, nice plastic. There's not really anything about this game that doesn't speak to the quality and the care that Very Special Games Company takes with their releases. You know, when I first saw this online, I saw so many ads on Facebook that I was like, I don't know anything about Very Special Games Company before I talked to them for these things. But I wanted to get the chance to see these and see if they were gimmicks. And they're not. This game is not a gimmick. This game is a lot of fun. It has that table appeal of kind of being like a toy almost. And my son loved it. I love it. My fiance loves it. Everybody at Thanksgiving loved it. It's a really good game. I give this a wholehearted 8.5. You know, play this with your family, play it with your friends, make a drinking game out of it. You know, it just, you can do that and have fun. It's great. My fiance also loved it. She loved how cute it was and how easy it was to learn. She said she liked the tactile sense of building like Legos almost. And she enjoyed the depth of strategy without complexity that it gave her. So she gave it an 8. But yeah, so there you have it. Bloomchasers, great game, really great table appeal, quality pieces, great company to work with. Very Special Games Co. knocked this one out of the park. Now that we've talked about this, if you get the time or the chance, please stop on at Board Game Revolution on Facebook. They're a group where you can see my reviews, but also they do all sorts of cool contests and giveaways. And then if you're ever looking to buy a game in the Bloomington, Illinois area or online, check out redraccoongames.net or stop into Red Raccoon Games in downtown Bloomington. They're the single best tabletop game retailer I have ever worked with. Thank you.